Hello, and welcome back to the Framingham Beat. I'm Frank Morello. Joining us in studio today is president and founder of Kettlebells4Kids, Amy Owens. Amy, thank you for joining us in studio today.
Absolutely. Happy to be here. Thank you.
Thank you. So when I'm doing the research, I see some staggering numbers that hit us right up front. 2.5 million kids are homeless.
Yeah.
This is definitely something we need to curb. Can you talk a little bit about your mission as why you started Kettlebells4Kids?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's a staggering number, right? And over 50% of those kids are under the age of 6 years old.
Oh, wow.
So our mission, really, we were built on the idea that we needed to raise awareness of that number. It's a number, I think, unfortunately, a lot of people, when you say the word homeless, you don't think of a child. You think of someone who is, you know, middle-aged, man or woman on the street. Maybe they have a drug problem, an alcohol problem. You know, if they just get a job, maybe they wouldn't be homeless.
Right, the typical stigma.
That's right. And so when those numbers were released, it was something that I just felt, you know, compelled to say, you know, let's start the conversation. Let's try to raise awareness.
Right.
And in doing that, let's raise funds to bring play and fitness to homeless kids.
Right, right. And this is something now you've worked in the Framingham area with. Framingham Access was invited down to Bright Space Horizons event for a ribbon cutting, and you were on scene. There was SMOC representatives down there. Can you talk about some of your partners that you deal with?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, some of the things we talk a lot about is, you know, it takes a village.
Right.
You can't do this alone. This problem is so big, I think a lot of people just feel like, oh man, if I give $1, it's not going to make an impact. What we've seen is, you know, we partner primarily with Bright Horizons Foundation for Children. They're a nationwide organization. It's been in the homelessness space, you know, for over 30 years.
Okay.
So we're not looking to reinvent the wheel. They're really the liaisons and the strongest partnerships with shelters. And then we also partner with some of their partners. So for this particular space, we worked with Altaplay, and really were able to bring in some amazing playground equipment.
And I really saw the faces of the children and the families. It just really changes the mood, it changes the outcome, and in a positive light, you know, it shows people that they have an opportunity, and showing that people care. They come together, the CrossFit New England people, the people from SMOC, just goes to show that it does take a village.
Oh, absolutely. I think, you know, every time we're building out a space, the kiddos are out the window, you know, looking out, just can't wait to come out and play.
Right.
And I also think, you know, the parents, they've thanked us personally just to say, you know, wow, you know, you're giving us something that we would have never had.
Right.
So many times they don't have access to just a kid-friendly space.
And can you talk about the ribbon cutting that you guys just recently had on October the 22nd here in Framingham?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is our third space in Framingham. Our top fundraising gym, CrossFit New England, based in Natick, has raised, you know, over $40,000 to put together 2 outdoor spaces and 1 indoor space. So this space was also over in the Framingham area. They house about 15 families. Many of them have children under 5. And we lifted and dug a lot of gravel, laid synthetic turf. We installed a climbing structure, also an infant area, some picnic tables, just an area, you know, that kids can really be, you know, play and be moving.
Right. And now, can you talk about some of the fundraising? How can people get involved?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're a nationwide nonprofit. And so most of our dollars are raised in Massachusetts because that's where we were founded. And so basically gyms, people who believe in the power of fitness, find us through social media at kettlebells4kids.org. We're also on Instagram and Facebook, and they'll find us and say, you know, how can we get involved? And our biggest mission is dollars raised in each state will stay in the state. So we're all about kind of uniting people who believe in fitness to then fund active play and fitness equipment and programs, whether it's indoor spaces, outdoor spaces, really just uniting people to be role models.
Yeah, and it's nice because when you see support from people that you really don't know, it gives you that positive feeling that you can make it, and I think this is really a great thing that you're doing. And for people that want to get involved, what's like the next move for you guys? I know you guys had a ribbon cutting in Dorchester. That might be a big pilot program. You want to talk a little bit about the next step that you guys are working on?
Absolutely. So we are getting ready to build out a space in Dorchester. It's 2,000 square feet at St. Mary's Center for Women and Children. and it's the old St. Margaret's Hospital, if you're familiar with that. Again, partnering with Bright Horizons Foundation and another gym, CrossFit Torque in Foxborough, raised the funds for that space. And yeah, we'll be building that out, and then hopefully in 2019 launch our pilot program. So that's super exciting because they have anywhere from 50 to 75 kids at a given month. So that's going to be an opportunity for us to really measure the impact that we can have on not only physical but mental and emotional issues as well.
Well, I can tell firsthand that the impact you guys are doing is positive and is something that we need to continue to do. And I wish you all the most success in the years coming. And for people that want to get involved more, we encourage you to go out to the website Kettlebells4Kids, and you can get involved. And we will be right back after these brief messages here from the Framingham Beat. Thank you.